Dun, dun, dun. We have no place to go. Let it snow. Let it snow. Yes, it is going to be over 60 centimeters of snow today in my area of the country. Praise be to God. All right, so let's see if we can get some people on here this morning. As some of you may know, we have to talk about something a little bit unfun. And I know that the majority of you guys are not here yet. So I guess we can bring up the unfun and then you guys can talk about it later. We are down to 731 subscribers. And what that means in plain English is that it may be time to close this channel and migrate to another service because I don't know. Last one, we talked about it last year. We talked about how its new COPPA policies that YouTube was going to destroy itself. Well, kiddos, it's happening regardless. Actually, 2018 we talked about it, right? 2018. It said when December 10th, 2018 was going to come, the COPPA was going to destroy YouTube. YouTubers were rightfully concerned at the time, and they basically said, I'm not going to stick around for that. Okay? Well, we stick around anyway. Last night, I set up a new streaming site called DLive. And I needed to test it for gaming. I didn't really have much to cover tonight's show. So I figured, let's just go over and see if the Restream.io and DLive are working good together. That part worked fine. Unfortunately, what didn't work fine is the chat mirroring with Restream.io overlay in OBS. Now, I don't know if there was something wrong with OBS, the way it's set up, or because the Restream.io chat was working fine on my side, but it wasn't getting out to the regular viewer on their side. So therefore, people couldn't even see the chat I was seeing. I mean, DLive was seeing it on their chat screen. Twitch was seeing it on theirs. Facebook was seeing it on theirs, except Facebook, of course, which Sue Blevins joined me from, couldn't see the responses from the other people on the other channels because I'd have to basically pay $19.99 a month just so that the people on Facebook could see the nasty remarks. Oh, not weren't all nasty. There was like one or two nice ones that came out from the other networks. That kind of blew chunks, if you got my drift, because I was like, oh, I'm going to be investing all this money and time and effort to do all this streaming. And hey, buddy, what's up? I'm sitting there getting mad because I decided not to have a main show and a main channel. Well, there's nothing to cover last night because there really was no change. Well, we do have something to cover today. Today in Connecticut, we're going to have at least 60 centimeters of snow. It's going to be powder snow. It is minus 7 degrees Celsius right now. It is very cold, very windy. It's overcast. The snow system is on its way in. This is the first major snow affair of 2020. I said I was coming back on the job, and I did mean it. And you will have a white Christmas. Okay? And guaranteed. You will have a white Christmas. As far as what I was saying is, it looks like D-Live is going to be a pretty interesting place. But I still haven't gotten all the bugs streaming on D-Live. Because the main issue I'm having right now with D-Live with the streaming is that there's absolutely things I've got to figure out with the program. All right. I was just keeping it simple. Yesterday, as I mentioned, I went and I bought some pudding from Godiva to make pudding pops. That was really, really delicious. I will not lie. They were really good little tasty things. In fact, let me show you what they look like. There's the mold over here. Yes, I ate 2 of them. Of course, I was going to see how they tasted. So here is the ice cream popsicle mold. Okay. And the rubber or silicone, which is great because these things are. This is just hard to take out as. Well. There we go. So everyone the way ice creams are tapered. Here's why. This is Godiva dark chocolate, and somebody gave me the mold. It was a gift. It's good. The frozen solid. It's supposed to be. Anyway, the main thing is, I just wanted to explain to you what's going on here. That you got a lot of people who are edgy. Well, like a better answer. Edgy. And they're edgy because the fact of the matter is that they're edgy because the fact is that I had a different kind of show last night. Oh, by the way, interesting note. The United States Postal Service sent a message out that due to the demand for shipping services, packages, especially this year, will be running late. Why? Because everybody's shipping packages. Because people would order everything from food, groceries, Christmas presents, everything else. And they said that they're having a hard time getting the packages out in a timely manner. Okay, both office. Let me ask you a question. Weren't you the ones that were complaining that you didn't get enough traffic, making it justifiable? Weren't you the ones who sat there and said you need more money to pay for the expenses? Because there wasn't enough revenue coming in? And now you got all this traffic and you're still not happy. Yep, you got it. Go figure that out. By the way, these are great way to make popsicles. You could put you can make one of your favorite fruit juice. Orange juice, anyone? Apple juice, grape juice, maybe grape green tea. Oh, that'd be interesting. I'll look into it. So, certified organic bananas. Yeah. Let's go a little crazy with the wrapping. Oh, I need that paper towel. Oh. So, paper towels, toilet paper are hard to get right now. But I don't know what you're going to do with the life, right? So what are we going to do with YouTube? What's the current plans? Well, the current plan is we're going to continue to do the night show and the morning show. However, as the ratings of the night shows have taken a nosedive, we will be checking the trends out for a few days, for a few weeks, because it is Christmas week. Next week. It's Yule this week. We're going to check the trends up until mid-January and see if things rebound. If they don't, one of the shows is going to be canceled. Now, I don't know what show it's going to be. And when the show becomes canceled, we are going to consider erasing every single one of those episodes. You know what? I kind of wish I don't really want to do that. For a lot of reasons, like there was a lot of good TV shows I remember as a teenager that were canceled. They had short runs. And you know what? You can't find those episodes anywhere. Even though theoretically there's still the videotapes are in some warehouse somewhere, they don't exist on Hulu. They're not on Netflix. They're gone. It's like when you're a small channel, small show, and all of a sudden it only had like 15, 20 episodes, like a pilot run. All of a sudden, they're gone. No videotapes, no nothing. Not a single peep from the original production crew. Not how where the show's now. The answer is, I don't know. So, how you doing? Hi, Subfair. Thank you. It's a pretty basic morning show. Not a lot of people come in on the morning, but it is more popular for the European audiences than it is for America, which is fine. Like I said, we're talking about the fact is that the channel subscriber base has been dropping through the floor, and the viewership of the shows has dropped. Active participation in the shows has dropped. And what was discussed is by me and a few individuals that are aware of the situation, that I should consider going to an alternative provider and starting up over there. I'm setting up right now for D-Live. We got the D-Live gaming channel running. But what's confusing is that you can only have like I don't know. You can only have like one show at a time, maybe? No, I got more than one. I think I know what it is. You're thinking too linear, Michelle. But okay. But what you said about the show and the ratings and the viewership is true. We got to do something different. Yeah. Because we're not getting anywhere. No. Thank you for the like. I do appreciate that. It helps with the algorithm a lot. People don't really understand that. So let me make this simple. Your likes are like votes. And when you put a like up, it tells YouTube that you do like the show. And it helps to move us a little bit on the video recommendations. But that's another issue which is out of my control, which is this. I'm competing, in essence, with a lot of other channels. Some of them are very big, have, larger audiences, budgets. Some are smaller, but have content that's bringing in a lot of interested people, and they're growing very quickly. I've been doing YouTube since 2011, and you know what? I'm not really growing anymore. I plateaued, and now I'm on the twilight stage of my channel. It's pitiful. Keep up with what you do. I will try. But is it going to be on YouTube, or is it going to be on another platform? That's the question. Because YouTube itself has been very irrespectable to the small channels. They are, if you are at all considered towards the right, and my channel is a right-leaning channel, they don't like you. Okay, well, let's see what I can tell you about the stimulus update. Because you're right. You got about 2 days before the government shut down. So here's what I know. The $908 billion proposal is being considered to be split into two parts. Part one, it consists of all the parts of which Republicans and the Democrats agree on. Part two will consist of this aid to cities and business liability protections. Because both the Republicans and the Democrats know that those two sticking points, if left in the main bill, would basically derail the whole thing. They committed themselves to putting it on with the budget appropriations bill for the United States government. And so that reason, they want to make sure to pass the parts they all agree on first. And then in January, when the new Congress comes in, work on the part that has been a sticking point for both the Republicans and the Democrats. Unfortunately, Bernie Sanders and Josh Hawley's $1,200 check, as I now have information on, has not officially been added to any kind of stimulus package yet. Like both Bernie Sanders and Josh Hawley had said, you all agreed to it on the CARES Act, the first one, the $1,200, unanimously. You all want a stimulus. So why would it be hard enough for you to add it to the budget? If I don't hear any more about this, he said, this is what Josh Hawley said, I'm going to personally, despite Mitch McConnell's expressions, I am going to bring it to the floor of the Senate. And I'm going to demand that it be considered to be added on or voted on either as a freestanding bill or as a part of the new budget for the new fiscal year. Remember, Wednesday is the deadline. And Wednesday, for him, if he doesn't hear anything by today, which is Wednesday, he's going to bring it up to the floor of the Senate. Friday is the deadline of which the budget must get passed or the government will go into a partial shutdown. The last thing this country needs right now is to go into a partial shutdown. What Americans need to help even more now than they do when the economy is doing well. So the point is, that's where we stand now. There's no more to say because I haven't heard anything new or earth-shattering. Gotta admit, that's a good point. Thank you. Also, and the stimulus does get passed and the government does not shut down, we also are going to finally be able to do some of the things that we have been waiting on doing, because we've been waiting since March to come up with the second stimulus so we can replace the things that the one we shall not name threw away. And I'm going to try to get that stuff together. But what is so sad is that they waited this long when they already knew there were things that they agreed on even before then. Mitch McConnell sat on the HEROES Act. Nancy Pelosi sat on the HEALS Act. And neither one of them would budge, leaving the American people in a state of panic. When the CARES Act was passed, COVID-19 was really not an issue. It was just a minor detail. Today, the HEROES Act and the HEALS Act money would have been a godsend for the stimulus check if it had been passed from day one. We probably would have been on the third one by now. Nancy Pelosi's argument was, I didn't want to give President Trump the credit for saving the economy. Mitch McConnell's argument was, the Democrats' bill was too expensive and puts too much emphasis and money on the democratically run clusterfucks that don't even seem to have an idea how to manage their own budgets. Paraphrasing mine. Please don't quote him. He did say something similar to that, though. The thing is, you got to remember, just like Josh Hawley said, and so did Bernie Sanders, the innocent people, the American people, the ones that did nothing to lose their jobs or lose their apartments or lose their mortgage, are the victims as well. Many of them also have loved ones that either had COVID-19 or had loved ones that succumbed to COVID-19. These people needed our help. Yet you guys, this is something that Bernie Sanders said, and so did Josh Hawley. They both said this. So if I'm mixing them up, please forgive me, because they both said the same thing. You guys will sit there and you will give billions of dollars to big business. But the American individuals always gets the last scraps, the table scraps. It should be the opposite. The American family, the American individuals, should have been bailed out first. It's asinine and it's backwards that you will bail out the airlines and the hotel and restaurant hospitality field, but you will not bail out the American individuals who made this country what it is and have been supporting us It's by paying taxes and needing these social services. That's why the government exists, was to provide in times of this. We were meant to be like a helping hand. Just like when you buy insurance, right? You buy insurance so that when the time comes, say, for example, fire insurance or homeowners insurance, you hope you never need it. You still pay your monthly premium, right? And then one day something goes wrong, your water heater in your basement explodes, you have an electrical fire or whatever, your insurance is there to help get you back some sanity. The federal government was created to do that and then some, to protect and serve the people. It's not meant to protect and serve big lobbies. It was meant in the U.S. Constitution anyway to protect and serve us, Americans, individuals. It's meant to protect and serve us. But somehow, the super PACs and others have basically corrupted the whole system. And now Americans are have been suffering because of this. Senator Wyden's proposal give everybody in Social Security $200 a month increase is acceptable. It's laudable. It's agreed on. It's something we need. Why? Because first of all, you ever go shopping? Everybody now shops mail order, including me. Shipping is expensive. Now, both UPS, United Postal Service, and FedEx, all three, and probably even others too, like DHL, are saying we are overwhelmed with package delivery. So things are going to come longer, take later to get here. Can't help that. But you know what? Here's what makes a difference. Now we have a vaccine that has to be distributed in dry ice, of all things. It's not shipped in regular ice coolers. It's shipped in dry ice. It's going to add to the cost of shipping. All right? A lot. Now, I am very thankful that the pharmaceutical companies were able to come up with a COVID-19 vaccine this soon. Pfizer, Moderna, a few others. Okay, congratulations. Very much, I definitely applaud your efforts. I don't have a problem with it. Doesn't mean I'm going to take it, but it just means at least that I will give you respect where it's due. Everybody has said that they're going to distribute the vaccine for free. Except it's not free to distribute because it has to be shipped in dry ice. It has to be shipped fairly quickly by plane. It has to be stored at minus 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow, that's kind of cold. We know dry ice gets a lot colder than that. So by the time it gets to the pharmaceutical companies or to the distribution points, it's going to be frozen blocks. And you're going to have to defrost it. How they defrost it before they inject it, I don't know. Maybe you put the stuff in the microwave. It's in the microwave on defrost. Who knows? Okay, the point is the damage that was done by the first lockdown is still causing a lot of sting. And that was only 30,000 cases a day. We're over 300,000 now. 10 times higher than when it was at last year. People were blaming me, of all things, saying is, You kept it too warm. Honey, I'm going to tell you a secret. If you're blaming me for keeping it too warm, let's keep this in mind. I saved your skanky ass. If because the fact is, number one, I actually was on the injured list. I was not even able to do the job. Remember, December 9th, I broke my fucking kneecap? Oh, everybody forgets that. But anyway, the point is that the most important thing is I'm back on the job. And now the COVID-19 cases in the United States are over 300,000 a day. But like I said before, we did find out from the CDC some good news. The number of flu cases in the United States is at an all-time low, which is good. The reason it's why it's all-time low, the social distancing for COVID-19 is making it less likely that you're going to get the flu. If you've been doing the COVID-19 social distancing, you probably won't get the flu. But economically, you're not going to get anywhere either. So that's a problem. You can't have both. By the way, I went to the store yesterday, and I can tell you another thing that is a definitely damn turn off. The prices. I remember it's the same store too. So I went to that same store. Oranges. Neighbor oranges right now are 10 for $10. When has it ever been that high for oranges? Fresh yogurt. Fresh yogurt. Now, we're not talking about the fancy stuff either. We're talking about the store brand, generic, low-fat vanilla. $2.79 for 32 ounces. The prices are going up very slowly, but they're going up. Stimulus is going to be needed. The food stamps increases that we have received are going to help and do help. But how much longer can we continue to do that? I don't know. But the way it's doing it now isn't working. Over 40 million people are in the danger of losing their homes. That's a big problem. Over 40 million people. Why would they lose their home? Because the unemployment extension's also expiring on December 31st. You can't pay your rent. When the eviction moratorium is done, you're done. I remember when I was a little girl, we didn't have to worry about this. Mom and Dad did that. You just basically just made sure you went to school and did your homework assignments. Instead, of course, when I was a kid, we had Saturday morning cartoons. And then you would do is you'd watch cartoons and have a good day watching, Thundar the Barbarian and Laugh Olympics and Jabberjaw and Scooby-Doo, Scrappy-Doo. Then there was a few others. The Archie Andrews Comedy Hour, Bugs Bunny Roadrunner. In other words, you didn't have to worry about this bullshit. Christmas time, you start seeing toys being recommended for Christmas for birthdays from Whammo and Kenner. And when I was kids, Star Wars was big deal. Kids wanted the TIE fighters or the X-Wings fighters. That was something kind of shows my age. 78, 79, 81, 82. I was born in 1968, guys, so take it with a grain of salt. I still happen to like watching cartoons. The thing is for the kids, they didn't have to worry about this bullshit. They just basically enjoyed being a kid and having fun going outside. Nobody was telling them, gee, Michelle, you have to put your mask on now. Or you have to put your sunscreen on or whatever. It was just go out there, have fun. Throw a few lawn darts. No one cares. Which is true. Lawn darts did exist, and we did play with them. I didn't like them very much. Especially one with the sharp tips. The dull ones are no better. They're only because they're still heavy. But you see what I'm trying to get at here is for adults, we kind of want it back. We want to have things to go back to normal. We want this to end. We want our lives back the same as they were. We know that things are not going to be quite the same. But we hope that we will be able to get some semblance of normalcy when this bullshit's done. That makes a lot of sense, right? Why don't you want to have your life normal again? Why wouldn't you want to be able to have the children or the things that you did to have, to have happy lives? Why can't you go ahead and guarantee that you still get a job when this bullshit's over, that your employer is going to be there to give you your job back? Because the sad truth is, there's nothing you can do about it. All because some laboratory technician in the laboratory in Wuhan did not follow proper safety protocols. All of a sudden, the whole world is dying because of their bullshit. I mean, come on. So the point is I don't know when the stimulus check is coming. I don't know when how much you're going to get. I don't know when it's going to pass. I don't know if the government's going to go through shutdown. I don't know nothing about any of this. So I can tell you what we do have planned now. We got Yule Convocation on Sunday at 7 p.m. We'll be starting a little earlier, I think. We're going to start the Yule Convocation a little earlier. So the official convocation is going to start at 7. We're going to start probably closer to about 10 minutes to 7. But the setup and stuff like that. At least that's subjective anyway. Don't get any guaranteed plan how it's going to go, but oh well. What here in this situation has been exactly by the books anyway. $730 subs, 731 subs. It's ridiculous. We lost 18 subs. I mean, I don't mind if the sub stayed at a static number for a while, say 735, but that's not what's happening. I'm still waiting for an answer from Home Design 3D about how we 3D print our home designs that the company talked about, saying that you could send a job out to a company that can custom print your home design 3D houses. Because I figured, I know a little girl, wouldn't it be nice if she had a custom one-of-a-kind dollhouse that was custom made just for her? See, that's what Home Design 3D could be a fantastic thing. If you can get where you can make a custom made little dollhouse for your little dollhouse collectors or people who collect dollhouses. That the custom made dollhouse industry could be fantastic for Home Design 3D. Of course, what, the thing is, I don't know when that's going to be. The customer support's going to get back to me and let me know what they say. But I do hope that they will get back to me and let me know if they tell me how I can actually get my Home Design 3D printouts made, or if I can, and how much I get an estimate for the cost. See, 3D printing has made a big difference in their industry because you can do things like custom print things in plastic, resin, or even metal that you can now makes it possible to get things done that before would have been required special machining to do. Like making custom made parts. Like if something's broken, for example, let's say you wanted to come up with a custom printed telephone handset, like this one here. This isn't custom. It's just a stack my standard generic J-Stel handset for my phone. What if I wanted to make something like that? Maybe I didn't. Let's say this phone handset manufacturer didn't have any phones being made anymore, and you needed to make a custom printed one. Right, great idea, right? Or whatever. So, like I said, custom printing, 3D printing objects is making a major inroads for many people in the maker community that do things like fix things and make new designs, custom. Oh, cat. Oh, the one thing I need to do is get you in a diet. Big heavy cat. He weighs about 25, 30 pounds. Oh my God. He's heavy. He is a big happy kitty. Let's get him down here. I'll find it. All right, so you see the whole idea of the maker system works along with the fixer community. After all, you make stuff, and fixers may be using your stuff to fix things. Nothing wrong with that. So 3D printing is a really awesome way to do things. The whole idea of the making community is just that you can make things. You're not going to be limited. Quite a big difference. Everybody likes my cat. Yeah. I told you, he's a big cat. Yeah. Oh, big boy cat. So, whatever you do, whatever you see, I'm talking about here, is very important. I'm hoping that the manufacturer of Home Design 3D is going to get back to me and tell me, they say I have access to 3D printing. How do I access it? Because I'm not seeing it in the program. I'm not seeing an option to print in 3D. I'm seeing options to print in 2D, but not in 3D. Where's the 3D printing? Gotta admit, good question, right? Or is it? All right, so now let's talk about the other thing real quick here with DLive. According to DLive, I need to prove my legal resources to receive payments for the delay program. So I need to send a copy of my ID card, and which I can certainly do. That's not a problem. Just take a snapshot with my phone, or maybe even using the computer here with the webcam. Take a picture of my my ID card and send that into DLive so I can get paid for my creations or for my work. So I'll do that later on this afternoon. It's not really that hard to do. It's just, legless bullshit. So, if I remember correctly, my license expires in 2022, my state ID card. So I gotta get a new one in 2022. Well, I guess that's about it. So, where's everybody? Who knows? They're out here somewhere. Yeah, I know. That and cat hairballs. Oh God. Receipt. More cat hair. Kick it over here. I don't know. No. Well, the problem when you got a bum knee, you got it kind of hard to get things as clean as it used to be. Long story short, kiddo, that's what's going on right now. In other words, crap. Yeah. What I want to do is I want to make a jig so I can take my picture of my ID card. This will do fine for that. Gonna make sure hold the side down with my hand because the phone's gonna make it kind of tippy. So let me see what the DLI requirements are. Let me just take a quick look at it right now. Because let's see, it said I need to send some paperwork. Well, that's fine. Let's see what paperwork we need so I can get this stuff ready here. www.blive.com. Log on is me. Okay. My channel, partner, get paid. Okay, let's see what it says. It says start, upload government ID, then stream and do. Okay, so let's see. All right, what's the requirements are? Okay, passport. Select the type of document you would like to upload. Passport, identity card. Okay. All right, so that's it. What about the tax return information? Okay. So that's what you gotta do. Go ahead, send the documents out. All right, boys and girls, it looks to me like there's pretty much not much else to cover. There's going to be about 60 centimeters of snow in my area. And so it's going to be kind of blustery and windy. So please do exercise, do care. Watch out for the snow, watch out for the trees. And we'll see each other like real soon, okay? And so we will be live tonight at 7 o'clock on the regular channel, which is this channel. So don't feel like you lost out because honestly, guys, you didn't even see much last night. Last night was more of a shakedown test of anything. And so we're going to try to get the things done that we need to do. The ID and, wanted to really kind of try to get OBS working really well. And we got it working. But we might as well talk about another issue that is, people are really getting depressed right now because of the holidays. And I know everybody wants the stimulus information. So I have to keep an eye on that because they only have like today and tomorrow to come up with the stimulus. Or as Joshua Hawley and Bernie Sanders have said, if our stimulus proposal is not in that bill, we will not vote for it. And both members of House and the Senate members that are on their side, and they will not vote for the bill. And the government will go into a shutdown. So, yes, they have to come up with a budget. If by the end of January we don't start seeing a turnaround on the show, it's more than likely that YouTube, we won't be doing 2 shows anymore. every day. We might be just doing one show a week, and just do a lot of vlogs and videos between shows when things come up. Well, for now, that's where we stand. I just wanted to let you know that. And we will be on the gaming channel later today if it hurts into it. I don't know. So for now, I'll see you soon. Stay out of trouble. See you tomorrow. It's going to be Thursday morning and 10 a.m. And today's 7 o'clock show, if I feel like it will be up. And then you and I can hopefully cover some more stuff. And that's it for now. All right? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.